All right. Somebody had posted a question about my master's program. And this is a good. I'm trying to make this quick. I've been shooting this 7, 8 times. Just trying to make it quick. Um, I'm in a public university, state university, uh, and I only picked it basically on price. And nothing to do with anything else. To be honest, it was minimum reputation needed. It's accredited. Uh, Difficulty level doesn't matter to me, in my opinion, because I've gone to whatever spectrum of schools. So for me, it was just purely priced on dollars and cents, and my employer covering at least half the tuition, basically, which they are. As long as I get a good grade, I get tuition paid for at least the undergraduate level. The graduate level, just my organization does not pay for that. Your mileage may vary, so you might have employers that will pay for graduate level classes. My school for the graduate level nursing is accredited to give PhDs, DMPs, or an MSN. I'm going for the MSN. I'm not bothering with the doctorates. I'm not looking to teach nursing. I'm not looking to do the extra couple years and the thesis, the massive thesis for the DMP. Maybe when I'm old and, whatever, really old, I'm going to be 54 soon, so I'm already old, but I mean really old, and I'm retired, I might go for my DMP just for shits and giggles. But even my MSN, I'm doing more as a bucket list thing, I'm looking trajectory-wise, getting that when I'm 59, because I'll need another year just to finish my BSN because I took a year off for personal reasons. So that's and I'm taking my sweet time. You can get it within 2 to 3 years. The MSN. It depends on a program. Depends on your state. Depends on whatever program you pick too. Within that, I'm going for a family nurse practitioner, which is a little bit longer than the other acute care because you're being very broad in the FNP. You're going cradle to grave. The only one you don't do is knocking them out as a nurse anesthetist. I don't know, whatever. The CRN. I don't know, or the midwife. Those two specialties are not included in the FNP. Everything else you gotta know, from babies to old. The other there's a couple of specialties in my school. There are acute care stuff for gerontology and pediatrics, and I think there's critical care now. I think they just introduced that. I'm not really, finger on the pulse for that. I don't really care. I'm not looking to practice acute care, so that's not for me anyway. But not every graduate school offers that. Some graduate schools do not offer any clinical specialties. That was another school that I actually took a couple classes in for my BSN, and then I withdrew because I was like, wait a minute, this trajectory, when I really looked into it, I was like, I wasted it, so I should be further along my BSN. I should be almost done, but I had kind of wasted a semester there. But they didn't offer any clinical attachment at the time. Now they do. But then it was only, I think, management and informatics. That was the only thing they offered in their graduate level nursing. Another one offered only RN. Like there was like nothing. I don't even think they had. I think they had informatics, but not even management. So it was an odd little program, and they've been looking to expand that. And that was actually a public school too. That was my second choice. My stepson had gone to school there, but then he transferred to the main state university. And I was thinking of that university as well, Rutgers, for my state, but I didn't like the campus, the two options of the campus. One was over in Newark, which is actually within my county. I just didn't like it. I didn't want to go that way. I've gone to work that way for 30 years. I was like, and then the other one was too far south. And then there was another school, and so on and so forth. So you have to do a little research and see what schools offer what. this school doesn't offer this school doesn't offer that, this school does offer this school does offer that. Who are they affiliated with too? If you can get some affiliation, that helps. My school, sorry, that was my cat sneezing. I was like, what is that? My school actually became affiliated with my hospital just in the middle of my program, so that was fortuitous. But I really didn't look at that as any kind of bearing for me, but it might be something for you because you might not have as many choices. So you might like, oh my God, for this school, I have to drive 6 hours away, to get any kind of training. If you even get that. Some schools, or actually I would say the majority of them, do not offer any of that. You have to find your own preceptor. You have to find your own training for clinicals, which is crazy, and that's the con or the negative to APRN route versus PA and medical school. Medical school and PAs have everything laid out for them. You pay, you have to stay up with your cohort. You can't take a class off. You've got to graduate with them. APRN is a lot more loosey-goosey, but because of that, they're not going to do a lot of they're not going to do any of the precepting for you. You got to find your own preceptor. I've heard of people paying their preceptor because you're asking whatever provider to put their license on the line. They're training you. So there's a lot of up in the air stuff for the nurse route, the nurse practitioner route. The PA and MD route is a lot more set in stone. It's a very regimented and harsh training way. Pros and cons, however you want to see it, it's up to you. So this video I just wanted to make just to answer that one question, give the commenter a little information on my program. It's nothing. It was really literally, guys, it's specifically for one commenter, and I'll do that at times. People posted questions, I'll either answer them with a long paragraph answer or make a video, and I don't mind that. This is therapeutic for me. This is just me training my oratory skills and interpersonal skills, although this is to a video audience. The other thing I would say is maybe look at tuition. It can be very, very expensive. Graduate level nursing schools is very pricey. If you think undergrads are pricey, no. You kick it up in another gear when you go to grad level, and most employers don't cover that. Like my employer covered my undergrad, but grad, that's on you, right? So be aware of that. Be aware also the payback is not as great as you may think. Nurse practitioners will tell you that. They're like, okay, I made pulling the numbers from the sky. I made 120 as a nurse. And that's I don't want to say that's average, but California nurses and New York City nurses make significantly more than that. New Jersey nurses probably in that range. Alabama nurses are probably significantly lower. It runs the gamut in the nation. Nurse practitioners, you're going to see some spread there too, but you're not going to see like, oh, I'm going to make $100,000 more. Don't think you're going to do that. Okay, you might if you're a CRNA because they're the highest paid, but that's a different training. That's more like PA medical school training. You can't take a semester off easily. You can't just say, take a year off like I did. No, you're in it and you better finish it. Very, very rich, rigid structures there. I say to my friends, I say, just go to med school, dude. Just go to med school. You get paid more. But there is pros to going to CRNA. You're operating under the MD's license. You don't get to practice independently, but you get paid top dollar, and you're under their license, and you're trained. So you always have someone to go to. So there's pros and cons. All right. Hopefully that answers the commenter's questions. If this doesn't, I hope that guy or gal will just comment and ask for more clarification to something like that. But I didn't want to make this video too long. It's already too long in my opinion. Okay. Good luck.